Just blow on it. How is there no hole in it? We're back in time. Let me make this happen.
Did it go through?
What's good? Welcome back to How to Magic. I am your host, Evan Era. Today I'm joined with a special co-host, Mr. Jay Sankey from Sankey Magic.
Thank you so much for having me on the channel, man. I'm thrilled to be here.
Today we are showing you 5 original magic tricks that I invented.
I finally invented something that works!
So if you're ready, hit that thumbs up button for us and let's go. Okay, this one is a really cool trick with a dollar bill. Check it out. Hey. Okay, so you're gonna take a bill and you're gonna hold it up to the light, just like this. Now there's actually a hidden watermark in US $1 bills. It's right there where the pyramid is. Watch, you can actually just see it come into view. If you just blow on it. Come into view just like that. Just as quickly as it's there, it'll disappear, watch. It's gone. You can hand this out for inspection. Super easy money trick that you can do at home. Okay, here's the secret behind this amazing magic trick. Okay, here's the secret. Behind the dollar bill is this. This is a printed image of George Washington that I made. That's the president on the $1 bill. And I made this by taking a piece of overhead paper. This is clear acetate that you can actually print on. On this side it's rough so that you can print ink from a computer onto it and you can also draw on it. So all I did was took a dollar bill, I laid the clear film over top of it, and then I took a pen and I traced all of his facial features. Then I converted that to this image on Photoshop and printed out this sheet. Now I have a bunch of these gimmicks. So all you have to do is go get some overhead paper. You can get this at pretty much any store. Craft stores and also office supply stores should have these. The only step you really need to take with this is to fold the end of it just slightly like that. A little bend. The reason you want that bend is because you're gonna position this on the back of the bill. You're gonna pinch it between your fingers and it's gonna naturally cause it to raise up off the bill so that the light does not make it visible yet. You're gonna hold it in this position just like so, and then when you want to make it appear on the bill, you simply press the sheet to the back of the bill and it will become visible from the front. And to make it disappear, you simply reverse the process and just tilt it away, just like that. And now to hand it out to a spectator, you're just gonna palm this into your hand as you hand the bill out to them. Ditch this into your pocket and you end completely clean. Another presentation I thought of with this is to actually take a picture of someone that you know you'll be performing for. So you take a picture of your friend and then trace the image and have their image appear on their bill. So you could borrow the bill from them and then have their face appear on it. How cool would that be?
When Evan showed me this, I thought, what a cool trick, and frankly, I wish I had created it. I came up with a couple of ideas around this. First, if I were going to be doing it for people, I think what I'd do is I'd borrow their bill, load the gimmick on the back, and say, wait a second, I think this is one of these rare bills that, then I'd hold it up and say, yeah, this is one of the ones that's got this rare Washington imprint on it. Then I'd take it off, crumple up it into a ball, give it to them to hold on to so the magic happens in their hands, say boom, 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 say open your hand, then they'd hold it up themselves and they'd see it's gone. So that's one way to go. Another way you could go is simply borrow the bill and say, I don't know if you know, but on all bills, in all of America or whatever your country is, there's this imprint inside, this watermark. Hold it up, just show it to them, and then again you could either make it slowly vanish or quickly, the way Evan did, or fold it up and have it vanish in their hand. Last thing I wanted to say is you can use the old, I'm gonna mistakenly try to keep your bill gag, so you don't have to palm this. What you can do at the end is after it's gone, you go, pretty cool trick, huh? And I say, oh, I'm sorry, this is your bill, right? And so you could leave the gimmick behind in your pocket. That way, nothing to palm. So a really cool trick though. And this little piece of plastic is also a great place to just keep your boogers.
Wonderful. And that is the secret behind the incredible watermark trick. Alright guys, this is a really cool one that you can do with an ordinary everyday object. You're gonna make it do something extraordinary. Check it out. Okay, so you're gonna take a plastic bottle and you're gonna crush it. Just like that. And now, here, come down to the table. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this bottle go back in time 20 seconds to before I crushed it. So I'm gonna screw the cap on and watch. Let's take it right here in my hands. It'll start to go back in time. Just like that, the bottle completely restored how it was before. Alright, here's how it's done. I'm about to reveal the secret. The secret to this trick is extremely simple, and I'll teach you how it's done right now. Okay, so here's what you need for this trick. You're gonna need a plastic bottle, and you also need some of this. This is air duster. This is also called canned air. You use it to like clean out a computer keyboard, dusting off electronics. You use it to clean out your car. What we're gonna use it for, and you might need some adult supervision with this if you're a kid, you're gonna turn it upside down, and when you depress the trigger, that liquid dripping out right there is actually liquid nitrogen. You can see it disappearing right there on the table. Now you do wanna be extremely careful with this because the liquid nitrogen, if it comes in contact with your skin, it can give you frostbite. So again, if you are a kid, make sure you get an adult's help with this. But here's the setup to the trick. You're gonna take the bottle and you're just gonna take some drips of liquid nitrogen and put them right down in the bottom of the bottle before the trick starts. So you're just gonna invert the bottle, press on the trigger, and the liquid nitrogen will begin to drip out of the bottle just like that. The beauty of this is that the liquid nitrogen is clear, so it kind of looks like a little bit of water in the bottom of the bottle if your spectator happens to see it. Now that you have the liquid nitrogen in the bottom of the bottle, you're ready to present it. You're gonna crush the bottle like this, just like that. The cap is gonna go on like so, and now tell your spectator to watch. So you hold the bottle, it will slowly begin to inflate and go back in time to before it was crushed, back when its life was good. It will just magically uncrush itself. Amazing. Just like that, the bottle is uncrushed. You can uncap the top, and you want to do that rather quickly because it will start to build up pressure inside. Also, on the bottom, you'll have some little frost forming. What I do is I wipe that off on my hand, just like that. You wipe that frost away and you're getting rid of all the evidence. And that's a super easy trick that you can do with stuff you probably already have laying around the house.
That is a freak fest, man. I love that. If I were going to be doing it, a couple thoughts that come to my mind is first, I love the fact that again, you could do this in someone's hands. You could actually give it to them, have them hold on to it and kind of focus or have their thoughts. Number one, I love that it can be in their hands. The other thought I had was that one of the things magicians don't talk about enough is the sound. There's many ways to make people excited and to really astound them and get them engaged. And one thing we don't use enough is sound. And while you and I are jabberwockies and we go on and on, I would also, if I were going to do this in the spectator's hands, say nothing. Really inspires our imagination, and all those cracks and pops makes for great theater.
And that is the secret behind the magic time-traveling bottle. Okay, this one's called
the Indestructible Bag.
Check it out. Okay, so you're gonna take a plastic bag, the zipper seal right across the top here, and then we're gonna take a bottle of water. Fill up the bag just like this, and zip it up. Now the bag is completely sealed. And this bag cannot be destroyed, and in order to demonstrate this, I'm gonna bite a hole in it and show you. There we go. Now, as you can see, it has developed a little leak right here on the end. Now, what I want to do is try to heal the hole. Here we go. Just like that, the bag is now completely sealed. You can hand this out, you can check it out. There's no hole. The bag is completely sealed. The water's inside. They're going to be absolutely flabbergasted. Where did that water come from? How is it leaking out of the bag? How is there no hole in it anymore? Super easy trick that you can do at home, and I'll show you the secret right now. Okay, here's the secret behind the magic indestructible bag. Take a regular plastic bag, it's not an indestructible one, but you're gonna make it look like it is. So you're gonna take a plastic bag, you want one with a zipper seal on the top. Get a zipper seal bag, some water, and then this is the secret. You need a thumb tip. This is a plastic fake thumb. It fits over top of your real thumb. You can use it for a lot of different tricks, but what we're gonna use it for is to fill it with water, and that is how we're gonna make it look like the bag is leaking after we've bitten a hole in it, which we're not actually gonna do. I'm gonna fill it with water just like this. Fill it about halfway, depending on the size of your fingers. Slide your thumb in, and it's gonna create a seal seal so that the water won't come out. So now you're pretty free to move this around and it'll keep the water right in this little compartment. Now we have this little reservoir of water that we can access just pressing on the tip of the thumb, and the water will begin to drip down the thumb tip and right off the end of your finger. You can have the bag pinched right here where you bit it, and as you apply pressure, that water is just going to begin to drip right off the end of your finger, just like that, and look like a hole is in the bag. Now all you have to do to make it look like the bag heals is to pull your hand away and ditch this thumb tip into your pocket. So now you have the bag pinched here, you press on the thumb tip, that water is going to begin to drip down right from the corner of the bag. And that's really creating a convincing illusion that there's a hole in the bag. Where else could the water be coming from? So it's dripping, it's dripping. You say, watch, it's time to heal it and show you why we call it the Indestructible bag. And just like that, there's no more leak. You can hand this out, it's completely sealed. The audience can pass it around and check it out. Really cool and easy trick that you can do at home.
Another idea I wish I had come up with. I love this. Just a few thoughts here. Number one, if you got a thumb tip with some water, you might wonder, well, how do I get that on during my show for my parents, say at home or at school? Well, you could fill it with water and have it like a Dixie cup or a cup in a little case or off to the side, and then you can just slip your thumb into it and come out like that. So that's one idea. The other idea is, what about some Kool-Aid? Something darker or some other color that could make it be more visual. Another idea would be if you could say, well, you know, we're actually 75% water, science shows, so tell you what I'm gonna do. And you could even pretend to bite your thumb and have just the water drip from your own thumb, which would be kind of cool. The last idea, when I saw Evan do this, I thought, you know, this would be a very cool way to scare a goldfish, right? You can have a little goldfish there and say, I'm now about to threaten the goldfish, but don't want it, or it'll hurt it, and then have the dripping and say, it's okay, Goldie, don't worry, don't worry. Just like that, I'm a magician, I sealed it. So it's such a cool trick, there's so much you can do with it. That was the Indestructible bag of mystery. Evan's calling this one the sandwich wrap card trick.
Alright, Veronica, I have a cool card trick to show you. I have a deck of cards here wrapped in plastic wrap and sandwich wrap. I'm just going to unwrap it.
Okay.
Just like this, and I'm going to have you cut to a card here in just a second. I'm going to split the deck in half wherever you want and just cut the cards right over there. And we're going to take a look at whatever card you cut to. So free choice, wherever you want to cut it, just cut the deck in half.
Wherever my half chooses.
Beautiful. So let's take a look here at the cards you cut to. Show it to the camera. I won't look. Got it? Alright. Place it back in the deck right there. Perfect. The rest of the cards go right on top. Now watch. Square these up like this. And now I'm going to lift the plastic wrap up in just a second. And it's going to lift the deck of cards with it. And what I want you to do is slide your hand right underneath, a couple inches below the deck of cards, okay?
Okay.
Alright, ready? Pick this up. Just like this. A little lower.
Lower?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like that. Perfect. And just hold right there. Alright? Now think about your card. You got it in your mind? Mm-hmm. Watch. Let's see if we can make this happen. One card pop.
Did it go through? Is that my card?
Right through the deck.
What?
Is that your card?
Yes. How did you get it through the bag? Open the wrap.
Sandwich wrap. And there's no
How
hole
did you do
in the
that?
sandwich wrap. Check that out.
How would you even know that was my card? How did you do that?
Okay, here's the secret behind the magic sandwich wrap card trick. The secret to this trick has two parts. Here's the first part. This is actually a force deck. These are all the same card, so it makes it very easy to know what card the person's gonna pick. Now I'll show you an alternate handling where you don't have to use a force deck, but this is the first part. You're gonna have a deck that is all the same cards, so you know automatically what card they're gonna pick, and one of these cards is gonna start out underneath our sandwich wrap. It's going to start out right there, and it's actually going to be face down. And now here is how you're going to hold the card to the bottom. You're just going to very simply tuck it under very slightly, and it's going to hold the card in place. Little fold of the saran wrap under there, and the same thing on the other side. And now that you have the card positioned, you're going to sit the rest of the deck right on top so that it hides the card underneath. Now, the presentation I like to do with this, because it's kind of odd that you have this deck of cards sitting on top of your plastic wrap, you're going to wrap the sandwich wrap around your deck. You're just going to have it sitting on the table here. And now when your spectator comes up, say it's a mom, dad, brother, sister, friend, I have my deck of cards here and I have it wrapped in plastic wrap. You can pick it up, but you don't want to flash the bottom. You don't want to show that. So you have it sitting here on the table. table and you say, I keep my cards wrapped in plastic wrap to protect them. It works actually better than a card box because it keeps out moisture. Unwrap them. This is kind of a justification for having the plastic wrap. It has nothing to do with the trick. Say, look, I have this deck that I keep very well protected. It's a magic deck, and I want you to cut off any portion of cards that you want. They cut it there, and take a look at the cards you cut to. Now we know whatever card they cut to, it's going to be the 10. Once they've cut to it, you have them put it back in the deck. The other half goes on top. You can then lift up the plastic wrap like this, and your card underneath will be held to the bottom of the plastic wrap. You can then tell your spectator, put their hand underneath, and they're going to see this happen. So Jay, will you put your hand right underneath there?
Sure thing, man.
And as I pull on the plastic wrap, one card will just pop through. So once the card is popped through, you can then move this back, have them look, and it is their card that has popped right through the wrap. And as you pull on the plastic wrap, it's just gonna dislodge those little folds and it'll pop right out. Very easy. All right, now Jay's gonna show us a way to do this with a regular deck of cards so you don't need a force deck.
This is called the countdown force. I love this force. It looks so fair, and it gets people involved again. And before I forget, while you're stretching, you could even have the spectator wave their hand or say their magic word or give a little tap on top of the cards just before the card falls through. Again, get people involved. Makes the magic more real every time. Now, the countdown force here is, let's say you want to use, we're going to force the 9 of diamonds, let's say. Okay, so we've got a duplicate 9 under here, already set. This is our 9 of diamonds here. It's on top. You're right in the position that Evan did. And then you say, okay, look, tell you what, I want you to choose a card, and I want you to think of a number between, let's say, 1 and, I don't know, 1 and 20, think of a number. And let's say they suddenly say the number 8, and you go, great. Say, I want you to, now notice, this is the force card. So I'm gonna say to them, that's great. What I want you to do is count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. Then I gather up the cards and drop them on top and hand them to the person. When they count down the same number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're gonna get right to your force card. Because when you counted down, you just repositioned the card into that position, then they count down, and it works every single time. Another thing I was going to suggest too is you could do it as a finder trick where the card under here is, say, the 9 of hearts, force the 9 of diamonds, and the idea is, okay, the 9, let's see if it can find its mate or its friend or partner card. You lift up, and its partner card, you can kind of end with a nice image of a 9 of diamonds, 9 of hearts. They sort of found each other.
Cool. You could even do it as like where you messed up and the card that falls out, say it's like a 5, you meant to get the 9, and then you count down.
Very cool. Messing up, as we both know, is super great, pulls people in every single time.
And that is how you do the magic sandwich wrap card trick.
It really is.
Alright guys, it is giveaway time. I am giving away 5 magic thumb tips from this video. All you have to do to win one is give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. I will pick 5 random comments from the comment section and I will mail you your very own magic thumb tip. You can do the magic at home. So if you want to win a magic thumb tip, leave a comment below. You can leave as many comments as you want. In fact, the more comments you leave on the video, the better your chances of winning a thumb tip. Alright guys, if you liked that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and head over to Jay's channel. There's a link in the description. Go subscribe to Sankey Magic. If you liked all these original magic tricks on this video, you're going to love his content. Jay creates a lot of really cool original stuff and shares those ideas. Can you tell him a little bit about your channel?
Yeah, sure. If you're into like a real positive and joyful approach to magic, I definitely maintain that. Also, sort of a little bit more sleight of hand. I drill down a little bit more into presentations and things. So if you've learned a bunch of cool stuff from Evan and then roll on over to mine, I think you're going to find it that next level stuff for sure.
Go subscribe to his channel. There's a link in the description as well.
And I gotta say, sorry to interrupt, I just have to say, I have to let all your followers and fans know, Evan is as cool in person as he seems on the videos. I thought I might be a bit of a shtick. You come here, he's down to earth, he's funny, he's clever. So thank you so much for having me here. It's been an amazing time. Big shout out to my friend Evan. Awesome.
Thank you for being here. Again, guys, go subscribe to his channel. Links are down below. And again, give the video a thumbs up. It really does help spread it. Thank you for being here once again. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, remember that anything is possible as long as you stay positive, work hard, and laugh at life. Love you guys.